What's going on, guys? This is a video for the hip sleeper P.A.I.Ls and R.A.I.Ls. This is an exercise that is done to increase hip internal range of motion and to strengthen that range of motion. I'm going to show you how to get set up in the position, how to actually find the stretch, and then lastly we're going to go over how to do the isometric strength training in our stretch position. So for this setup, you want to start in a position that's going to look like this. You can either sit on the floor, or if you need something that's a little bit easier, you can also sit under a yoga block. Some people find that they might even need to sit up to a couch. That is completely fine as well. I'm going to demo on a yoga block. If I'm working my left leg here to find the stretch, I want to spiral this hip in while keeping my glute or sit bone on the floor. The other leg you can put in a comfortable position, and we're gonna rotate that leg in. Now our checkpoints on our setup, I want my knee right in line with my hip, and I want my knee in line with the ankle. That's gonna create an angle so that we can create some rotational torque on this hip. Other hand, you're more than welcome to use for support behind you. Now once we are in this passive stretch, you wanna feel something in the outside or underside of the hip. That's the target area. Don't worry if it's not a crazy stretch the first time that you do it. Sometimes it just takes time to actually find that stretch position. When you're in your stretch, there are two sensations that I don't want you to feel. One is pinching in the hip, or two is a painful pull the inside of the knee. If you're getting this, you can just back out a little bit, or shoot me an email and I will get back to you on how to adjust your setup position. So that is the stretch. This is how you actually hold the stretch. In your program, I prescribe at least 60 seconds of holding the passive stretch, but you're more than welcome to hold this 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes and just spend a lot of time here. Now that we've gone over how to do the stretch, I'm going to explain to you how we do the isometric strength training. So that is the P.A.I.L s and R.A.I.Ls acronym. First is P.A.I.L s, or progressive angular isometric loading. To do that, we are going to actually go back away from the stretch. So I'm going to think about spiraling my leg outwards, away this way, but my hand is going to provide the resistance. You will start on a small contraction and you will build yourself up to whatever effort that your program has. And again, this top hand is not letting this bottom leg move. You would hold for the prescribed time that is in your program. Now on the opposite side of that is R.A.I.L. So after you've done your P.A.I.L set, you go right into R.A.I.Ls. R.A.I.Ls is regressive angular isometric loading, meaning that we're gonna now try to go more into the stretch, not passively using something else, but initiating this movement at the hip. So again, I'm trying to spiral this leg inwards towards the floor, trying to actively go more into the stretch. You will then follow that for the prescribed sets and reps. All right, guys, so that is the hip sleeper P.A.I.Ls and R.A.I.Ls. Hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, again, please reach out to me and I will answer and we will get that set up for you.